Hello and welcome to another session with me, Jonesy, PTI. Today's session is going to be in the region of 30 minutes. You'll be able to look at the video before you start and see the actual time of how long it's going to last. I'm not quite sure, but it'll be in the region of 30 minutes. And it's going to be a strength / stretch yoga type session. So there's going to be plenty of stretching, plenty of core moves in there, and hopefully it'll be good. So I'm going to start my little timer I've got just to keep a check on how long I'm holding you in certain positions, and we're going to get going. So first move we're going to do is a bit of cat-cow action. So we're going to start with our knees underneath our hips, hands underneath our shoulders, and we're going to take a deep breath in and arch the back like so. So the belly button's getting sucked in, shoulder blades getting separated, and you're arching your back. Just like an angry cat would. Or do they do it the other way? I can't remember. And then deep breath out. We're going to arch it the other way. So head comes up, belly button goes down, butt goes into the air a little bit more. Shoulder blades come together. A few breaths here, and then go to the other stretch again. Separate shoulder blades, belly button gets sucked in, tailbone gets tucked down, pressing away with the hands, and then change again. Nice deep breaths in and out, feeling a good stretch in your back. And breathe in, head goes up, belly button down. Last time. And then relax. So, from here, we're going to reach out with our right hand and left leg and stretch as far, our fingertips as far away from our feet as possible. And then we're going to squeeze in the arm, squeeze in the knee, and bring them in together for a Superman crunch, where you're really squeezing your elbow and knee together before going back out again really slowly. Then get your toes as far away from your fingertips as possible before squeezing back in. Really squeeze your knee in to your elbow. Super hard. Get that core going, get the core engaged, get the abs going. And squeeze again. If you lose your balance a bit, that's okay. We're going to do 5 of these each side, and this slow. Reach and just checking my form. Trying to be in a straight line body position. Squeeze. One more. And squeeze. And then change sides. So now we're going to lift up the left hand and the right leg. Get them as far away from each other as possible before bring them in for that crouching manoeuvre. And back out. Really get a good stretch from this. Engage your core and then squeeze everything together before going out again. Stretching the foot as far away from the fingertips as possible. Engaging the lower back, feeling your butt cheeks. Squeeze together. That's 3. One more. Sorry, 2 more. And squeeze. Last one. Reaching, and squeeze. Okay, so back into position of having your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips. So we're just going to take our right leg out to the side, like so. Hopefully you can see that. Right leg just goes out to the side and it's just with the foot planted on the floor. I'll try and get you to see that. It's difficult with this camera position when you're using a phone. So out to the side, and then all I want you to do is just feel a stretch in your groin area, your inside of your leg just in here, and just have a little play around for 30 seconds or so of just rocking your bum back a little bit, really slowly. Load of stretch will come on, you don't want to do it too hard yet. You can rock away from your foot as well, that will engage the stretch, and just shift around slowly to feel a nice stretch. In that leg. A few more seconds of this. Now from there, what we're going to try and do is lift that leg to the side, like so. You might be just off the ground, that's fine. You might be super parallel, somewhere up there. That's difficult for me. But what I'm trying to do is not rock over to the side like that. I will do inevitably a little bit, but I don't want to do it too much. Whilst we're doing that, I'm going to lift up our other arm to the front, like so, before then crunching them together. So leg goes out to the side. So it's exactly the same as before, but instead of our leg going behind us, it's going to come out to the side. There. And then squeeze together. Oh, I've kicked the farm. That's what you get for training in your kid's bedroom. So leg out to the side and squeeze together. Crunch it together, got a couple more. This is a harder move, you just need to have your toe tapping on the ground, that's fine. But try and keep as much pressure off that foot as possible before squeezing together. We've got one more. Out to the side, arms still to the front, and then squeeze together. Squeeze. Okay, I'm just going to shift position a bit, see if I can fit in. This time we're going to have left out, left arm out to the front, right foot out to the side. But before we do that, we're going to put our right foot on the floor and just feel that same stretch we did with the left side. So you can see it from the other side this time. I'm just shifting my body weight around just to feel a nice stretch. You can go back a little bit, like so. You can adjust your foot position a little bit. You can pull over to the side a little bit as well. You're just feeling a nice stretch in your right leg now. We're going to be here 10-15 more seconds. Okay, now the right leg comes up, left leg goes out, and then it crunches together. Crunches together. Right leg goes out, left hand goes to the front before squeezing together. And now again, right leg out. Now if you get any hip pain or pain at all, you can just remember you can have that foot on the floor out to the side, but you're just trying to take the weight off the foot so you're still feeling it, as perhaps you would do if you have your foot in the air like so. And squeeze together for the last one before sitting on your heels like so. So have your feet kicked out to the back, sit on the tops of your feet. I'm just going to do a child's pose next. So from here, just going to drop our head down to the floor or thereabouts. Take 3 or 4 breaths. If you
can have your arms out in front as well if you like, with an active grip on the floor. As you sit back, you can feel it in your back and your lats as well. Just in here. I'm just going to go for the hands down by the side option. Feel it more in the back and the legs. And breathe. Couple more breaths. And then come back up. And really slowly. Really slowly. So, we're going to move into the plank position. Knees off the ground. And while we're in plank position, we want our hands to be active. We're not just driving our heel of our hand into the ground. We're actually getting our fingers involved in gripping the floor. You do that if you can. Now, from this good plank position, I'll check my form, put them down a little bit. We're separating our shoulder blades, engaging our core, engaging our butt. Feet separated by 6 to 8 inches. And then from here, we're just going to go up into down dog. So from the press up position, our hands and feet don't move. Our bum goes into the air, drives into the air. We're trying to get our back nice and flat. Weight on our index finger and thumbs of your hands, driving your heels down to the ground. And you're almost trying to spin your inner thighs up to the sky. And breathe. And then come back to plank. If any time during this you need to take a break, just drop down to your knees, have a quick shake out, let your wrists have a break as well, before coming back and joining me. And let's go back into down dog. Weight on your fingertips, gripping the floor, weight on your index finger and thumb, driving your heels down to the ground. And then back to plank. We're going to do one more of these, one more. Here we go. Into downward dog. Drive your heels down. Butt goes into the air. I'm still on the camera. Good. Spin the inner thighs up towards the ceiling. Now this time, instead of coming back to plank, we're just going to pedal our feet. Like so. So you drop one heel down a bit further, whilst the other heel comes up and the knee bends. And we're just doing a bit of a calf stretch. Just hold for about 3 or 4 seconds either side, pedaling the feet. And then back to down dog. This time we're going to lift our left leg up into the air. Nice and straight like so, if you can. And I'm going to swing it through and drive the knee towards the face. Toes still off the ground. And then go back to three-legged dog, which is left leg high in the air, nice and straight. And then squeeze the knee through to the face. And this time we're going to put our foot down in between our hands. If you need to, you can help your foot get into that position with your hand. Or if you're dead flexible, you can get your foot there anyway. And we're going to drop down the right knee. So we've got our left leg out in front, like so, there. And we've got our right knee on the floor with our rear foot kicked out towards the rear. From here, you're just going to put your hands down next to your foot on the inside, or you can have them either side like so. You might need something underneath your hands. Yoga block's ideal, but you might just have your hands on your thighs as well. That's another option. But you could have your hands on whatever you can find at home, just here, to take a little bit of pressure off the stretch if you need to. If not, come and join me down here, and we're going to be here for about 30 seconds. Now you should be feeling this in your inner thigh, just in here, if you can see where I was pointing. You'll also feel it on the top of your quad here, or your quads here on the top of your thigh. You might feel it underneath there too. So work in a lot of places this. Take some deep breaths. I'm shifting around a bit too much here. I need to find a position that's right. I'm going to go both hands on the inside. I think that's the one for me. That's better. Now I'm feeling a good stretch without having to fiddle around getting my hands comfortable. And breathe. A couple more. From there, we're going to reach forward and then come up. So we're in a kind of crescent pose, but our knees down at the back, trying to get our arms nice and straight, and we're trying to keep our body vertical, and then you feel that stretch even more. If this is too much for you, remember you've got your hand on the thigh option, but if it's good, stay with me, hands nice and straight above your head. From there, hands go down to the floor, and we're just going to sit back until our front leg goes straight, like so. And then we're into hamstring stretch territory. So you might need to bend your chest forward towards your legs some more. You might not be as low as me, you might be up here somewhere. Just trying to grizz it out. Hands on the floor somewhere. It's good for you. And then feel that hamstring stretch by just getting your chest down towards your legs somewhat until you feel a good stretch, and then hold. We'll be here for about 30 seconds or so. Keep your toes flexed. Couple more breaths before we move back to where we were in the lunge position. Hands go back to the front in kind of a runner stretch, and then we're just going to lift off the back knee. So we're into runner stretch here. So we don't want too much weight on our hands, just a little bit. Front leg's working a lot harder now. Now from here, we're just going to stand up into Warrior 3. Now if you don't know what Warrior 3 is, just have a little look at me as I'm transferring into that position. What we're going to do is just tap our back foot up, and we're going to stand up onto our front leg, if we can. Ooh, wobbly. And then get into a Warrior 3 position. So front leg is straight. Trying to keep my hips level, both pointing down towards the ground. Hands come up, and we're kind of in a flying position. Now I'm just going to hold onto the wall there as I try and get to a good position to show you. So you can see my position from my head down to my foot is in a straight line position. I'm trying to keep my hips level, and I'm going to have my hands flying by my sides there. You can push them out in front into that position if you're dead good. If not, try and do it with me. And you might stumble, ooh, like I have there. You might fumble, you might fall. You might need your hand on the wall. You might need your hand on your very short son. It's up to you what you got to do, and we're going to stay here for a few breaths. Go and check the form again. Yeah, not bad. A couple more breaths. 1, 2. Now from here, again, if you can want to put your hands down on the floor, and that may be way too much for some of you, and just stay in Warrior 3, or even just take a break. It's up to you. Take that break if you need to. I'm just going to go forward bend, where I basically grab hold of my leg and try and forward, or pull myself down a little bit more to feel that stretch in the hamstring. Now this is a good chance to use a yoga block, or to just have a little break, wherever you need to. But if you're quite good at this, pull yourself forward into this position here. I'm going to help myself with the wall a little bit, pull myself down a little bit, and feel that stretch, like so. And then come back up, and just drop your foot down, come back in to the lunge position, hands go back down to runner's pose,
hands go onto the floor, foot gets stepped back, and you know what, you're back into plank. Oh, plank feels like a rest now compared to doing that. Right, so from here we're going to go back into downward dog. So feet stay still, hands stay still, butt goes up into the air. Remember to breathe. This time I'm going to lift our right leg into the air. Oh, try not to kick the wall. And squeeze it through, knee to face. So as you can see, when I'm doing this, I'm in a really small space. Doesn't mean you can't do it. You might hit the wall a couple of times, you might bump into things, but it's not a stopper for doing this exercise. Then squeeze the knee back into the face, the foot's off the floor, squeeze it through, and then your foot gets placed in between your hands, just like we did last time. So you're in runner's pose. Fingers barely touching the floor, not much weight on them anyway. Then your left knee gets put down to the floor this time. Left set of toes get kicked back. And then find that position that suits you, hands either side of your leg, or both on the inside. And then feel the stretch. Right down the front of that leg. You feel it in your butt cheek. So we're not only working hard, we're working our muscles hard, but we're getting a really good stretch from this as well. Strength, strengthening, lengthening our muscles. And breathe. A few more seconds. Now from here, reach forward with your hands and then come on up into crescent pose where we've got the knee down. So we're really trying to sink in to the lunge with our upper body vertical, hands straight up. Feeling the stretch right down the hip flexors, just here, underneath, in there, and on top. That's working hard. We'll be here for 3 or 4 more breaths. And then come back down. And then we're going to lift up into crescent pose like so, and we're going to move into warrior 3. So from here we're going to come up and just tap our foot, come up into, whoa, warrior 3. Oh, that's a tough move, So as you can see, I'm trying to get in a straight line body position. That's better now. I can see myself, check myself. Trying to keep this hip down. I'm not trying to open up that way. I'm trying to keep that set of hips down whilst keeping my right leg straight. Then add the arms. And hold. Almost standing leg, get it straight, Jonesy, come on. And then from there, you can grab with one hand or two, pull yourself down, upper body down, so you can feel it more in your hamstrings. You can kick this left leg up into the air more if you're dead flexible. If not, give it your best shot. Couple more breaths. That's 1, 2, and then come back up to warrior 3. Full stepping down. Oh, you can see my right hand. I was just helping myself out there a little bit with my balance, because that's a tough move, very tough move. If you need help, take it. Balance. Don't do it as much. Get your yoga blocks out, whatever you need to do. Get a mate to help you out as well. Then hands come down. Back into runner stretch. Foot goes back, and we're back into plank. And we're just going to hold plank. Move into down dog. And then we're just going to flow through that
both sides a little bit faster. Well, a lot faster. We're going to take about 1 or 2 breaths in each position. Here we go. So left leg floats into the air, 3-leg dog. Swing the knee through to the face. And then floats back up into the air. Swing it through to the face. Step it through and stand in between each hand. Into runner's pose. Knee gets dropped down. Foot gets kicked back. Hands on the inside or wherever they need to be for the stretch. 1 deep breath before reaching forward. Coming up. Into the crescent pose stretch with your knee down. Couple of breaths here before standing up. Into the lunge position, knee comes off the floor. Stepping up into warrior 3. This position called the tabletop position. Couple of breaths. And then forward bend. Pull yourself in. For a couple of breaths before stepping back down. Into this lunge crescent position. Hands go back to the floor. Foot goes back. And you're back into plank. That's the one side done. Next side. Here we go. Downward dog. Float the right foot into the other side. Swing it through. Knee to the face. And then floats back into the air. Swing it through. Knee to the face. Squeeze and put it down in between your hands. Put that foot down between your hands. Into runner's pose. Knee drops down, foot gets kicked out. Hands come on the inside or wherever you need to be to feel the runner stretch. 1 breath. Before reaching forward and coming up. Into crescent pose with your knee down. Couple of breaths. Before your hands come down, knee gets off the ground again. Into runner's pose, and then we're stepping up into, yes, warrior 3. Hands up there. Couple of breaths here before the forward bend. Couple of breaths here before stepping down into runner's pose, and then hands go down the deck, foot gets kicked back, and you're back into plank. Into down dog. Really drive the heels down to the ground. And then come back to plank. Now here, we're going to do a plank move, Superman move. So you want your feet probably shoulder width apart. I'm just going to lift up our left leg, like so. Now that might be enough for you, holding this position. If not, you can add your right arm as well out in front. We're really squeezing, trying to keep our body position super straight. Now, this is the move we did at the start of the session, but with our hands and knees on the floor like so. So you can go back to that if you want. If not, you can join me with your knees off the ground in Superman plank. Whoa. You might not get it right. Try your best. Couple more breaths. And then back down to plank. Already feeling it here, starting to shake. Change sides. Check your body position. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Put me off balance. Stay here for 3 breaths. And then back to plank. Knees come down to the deck. And then sit back. Into mountain pose. Oh. Couple of breaths, getting composure back before moving back to child's pose. Head down. Now Now everyone will put their hands out in front this time. Grip your mat or your carpet. Pull back a little bit so you can feel it in your back. And then come back up, nice and slowly. And then turn over onto your back. Lie down, so with your legs apart, hands facing up, palms facing up, lengthen your neck. Close your lips, but part your teeth. Let your eyes relax. Head and neck relax. And then slowly work down your body. Really focus on each body part and let it relax, and we'll be here for about 2 minutes. Okay. Feel free to stay in that position for as long as you like. For me, I'm going to roll over onto my right hand side, push up, come into seat position, cross legs, lock it in. Namaste, all the good stuff. Thanks for watching, good session. See you next time.